Yo, what's going on, everyone? So today we're gonna be reviewing my last two matches into Ultimate Champion, but this time it's for my alt account. And yeah, last two games, pretty interesting considering my card levels are pretty bad, but I did actually manage to pull through, which I was pretty surprised with because they're pretty rough in some areas. So we're gonna be reviewing the last two matches, as I said, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get into it. All right, let's see. First pick. So he picks Poison. It's the only big spell available, so definitely a good pick already. Plus, it also helps that the Poison is very good at killing swarmy cards, graveyards, gets value against buildings and towers, has a bigger reach than Fireball. So definitely a good pick to start off the match. I pick Arrows Magic Archer, and I pick Arrows here because it's really good against like the Goblins, Spear Goblins, Firecracker, Rascals. And obviously, there's a barrel there too, and Zap and Snowball, definitely not the best option for it. Same with Rage. So it's also good against the barrel. It's the only counter to it. My goblins aren't level 10. They were before, so I had to upgrade. It was pretty sad. But so yeah, we're definitely good in that department. And if you notice, those Rascals and Firecracker are looking really juicy right now. Definitely gonna pick those level 1 cards. Um, he goes for a Golden Knight Ice Golem. At this point in the match, I don't really know what he's going for because Golden Knight, he's a good tank. He gets some good value sometimes with his ability. So, it's an okay pick. But then he goes Ice Golem, and I have no idea what he's trying to do because Ice Golem's just Ice Golem. Like, no disrespect to him. He's a legend. But what do you do with an Ice Golem? Like, there's no Hog. Like, I don't know, he could go for Balloon, maybe? I don't know. So, at this point, I don't really know what he's trying to go for. So, I'm just going to go for a Cannon Cart and Inferno Dragon. I think I just pick a Cannon Cart because I like to have it. It gets good value in this game mode. It just sits back and just fires at everything. There's also no monk available, and you can't pick it even if there was. And he picks yeah, he picks Inferno Dragon. Yeah, nice one. I pick Inferno Dragon, and the reason I do that is because there's no good counter to it. Like there's no zappy cards. There is an Electro Giant and a Witch, which are good against it. However, you're probably not gonna want to commit an Electro Giant against it unless you're already building a push. So Witch would definitely be the best play here. Definitely a good pick if he picks it. So, okay, I realize weird. So he goes for 3 Musketeers and the Fire Spirit. And at this point, I realize what he's building. He's probably going to try to go for like a Battle Ram, like pump deck. So that's why I picked the Ice Golem earlier in Golden Knight. So I'm like, okay, okay. And so definitely good picks. And Fire Spirit, no, it does decent pressure. It's probably just for Cyclone in his deck. Nothing really good for 3M here either, which makes it an even better pick. Like Rascals are decent, but they're level 1, so if you think I'm going to pick that, then you'd be very wrong, and I might have to question what you're thinking. And yeah, so I'm actually going to end up picking E-Barbs here, I believe. Okay, yep, Earthquake and E-Barbs. I pick Earthquake because if he picks Pump, then it's going to completely shred it, and it's not going to get any value. And E-Barbs, it's like the best option for 3M I have. Like, Mike would be decent, but he doesn't have the DPS, he has the health. E-Barbs definitely have the DPS here, and that's what I need against a 3M. So he goes for Spear Goblins and Goblin Hut. Spear Goblins, I'm not really too sure why he picks. Maybe he just wants more Elixir flow in his deck, or maybe he just wants something that's annoying to deal with. A little, like, 2 Elixir card. Not really too sure here, but what I do know is that the Goblin Hut was an amazing pick, because what this does is he's going to put this down, and, I have an Earthquake, which is good against it, right? But if he goes Pump here, which he does, I'm going to be forced to choose between the two. If I Earthquake the Goblin Hut, I don't take damage, I get tower damage, and his hut dies. But if I do Earthquake the Goblin Hut, he just goes Pump and wins the game. So, pretty easy choice, but definitely good pick by him. Also, I can't remember if I said this earlier or not, but I also picked Magic Archer just because, what do you call it? There's no fireball, so it's going to be annoying to deal with. He just sits in the back, pew, 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 at everything. So, that's why I picked, that's another reason I picked him if I didn't say that already. Anyway, so I picked Goblin Barrel Tesla here. Obviously, as I said earlier, I picked the Goblin Barrel because there's no other good spell to deal with them, and they're going to get a lot of value if there's a tanking for them, obviously. And I picked Tesla because I think he's trying to go for Battle Ram, and if he doesn't go for Battle Ram, he's going to go for Pump. And obviously, like I just said, he's going to go for Pump, but he's going to work against the Goblin Hut, so it's fine. He picks his Pump. Alright, so on to the first match here. Start off with a Barrel and Ice Golem. He defends it pretty well with Spear Goblins and Fire Spirit. Gotta give it to him. I go Tesla in the middle, take care of these. He's also going to take care of the Ice Golem. I go for a Marcher here, and as you notice, I put it off to the side and not near the Tesla. And the reason I do this is so that he doesn't get poison value on the Tesla, the Tower, and the Magic Archer. He's forced to pick between two of them, and he goes for the Marcher, so that's fine with me. Tesla's going to always deal with two of the Spirit Goblins, but unfortunately one just kind of steps to the side for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't feel like dying. I'm not too sure. I go Inferno Dragon here just to take care of this Gold Knight very quickly. I can't really waste my E-Barbs, or else I can't really deal with his 3M, so that's why I use my Inferno Dragon. Goes for a Hut again, I go Tesla, he defends my stuff fine. This Hut slowly is going to chip away at me, but there's not too much I can do about it. He goes Golden Knight, so I'm just going to go Cannon Cart. At this point, I'm just kind of thinking the Cannon Cart's for the Golden Knight. I'm not really too sure. Poisons all that, that's fine. All that. Also, if you notice that phone battery, that was part of the recording. I tried to swipe it, nothing happened. I looked like an idiot. Anyway, he goes 3M on the back. Magic Archer there. He poisons it, fine poison. Deal with that side. Then we have to go E-Barbs on the right. And we have to take a lot of damage on the left here, but that's because I had to take a, what do you call it? Take care of the stuff on the right, or else I would have been dead. So, not the best solution, but it's the only one I had. Magic Archer does a decent job. It's also pretty pathetic that a level 10 legendary can't kill a level 11 common. But that's just my opinion. Good Spirit Goblins, and great good set of Muskies, Tesla there, and Archer like that. Inferno Dragon from Musketeer, I don't want to get him any damage. Any damage at this point is pretty crucial. I go for an Earthquake here on the Goblin Hut for once, and I think I just want to, like, you know, actually get some damage. And if you notice, it's almost triple, so that pump is nowhere near going to get as much value as it would. So he goes for another pump, I go for Inferno Dragon here with arrows. We do get a lot of barrel damage. There's a goblin just hitting the tower from the back. Unfortunately, I don't know if you noticed, but I put my Marcher down there, and that thing just got evaporated the instant I put it down because he also put 3 Muskies down. Really unfortunate timing. I didn't think he was going to go for the 3M, obviously, or else I wouldn't have done that, because, again, I'm not a complete idiot. I don't just like throwing Elixir on the ground and wasting it. You know, I don't buy a sandwich just to throw it at the ground, you know. But, pretty unfortunate. E-Barbs there, take care of all that. At this point, I'm just going for Goblin Barrel Arrows because I need damage. I tank some of the damage on the right. As you see, I slow it down here because I know it's about to happen. So we've got 10 seconds left. How do I win the match, you might ask? Well, like this. So, I'm going to play it back because I knew it'd be awkward doing it with a slow recording. So, as you can see, arrows come down and perfectly hits the Fire Spirit. Goblin Stab. Earth comes down, kills the Goblins, and the Goblins barely get enough damage to win me the game. So yeah, that was pretty clutch, not gonna lie. Those arrows. Yeah, I did actually have live commentary over these matches, like when I was, playing them, but unfortunately something happened with the audio. I'm not too sure what, but it just wasn't right, so I had to scrap it, unfortunately, and just pre-record the matches. I don't have the replay because I took too long to record, so I record this because I knew I wouldn't have the time to record with the replay. Anyway, so he goes for a Monk here, and, good 5 Elixir tank, He likes his tank and spine combo where he just, shoves everything back on his 3rd hit. His ability is obviously really good. That's why, that's what makes him the Monk. Deflects a bunch of stuff. You can put him in front of Ram Riders or Balloons. It just reflects everything in a big push. And I pick Log and Phoenix here. I pick Log because, it's the best small spell in the game. It's also going to prevent me from getting screwed over by that barrel completely. And I pick Phoenix as you're looking at the options for air right now. There's like a Dark Goblin Mega Minion. And, they're fine cards, but Phoenix is just a better Mega Minion. And Dark Goblin, while it does get good value if there's no arrows, he doesn't nearly get as much damage as a Phoenix despite his speed. So that's why I pick those. He goes for a Lightning Inferno Tower, and at this point I'm thinking it has to be RG, because, what else would it be? I'm kind of thrown off by the Inferno Tower, but then I think... I love speaking English. Um, I thought about it, and the reason he picks Inferno Tower Lightning is because, one, Lightning is a good spell in RG, two, it's a good big spell, and three, it does very well against the Inferno Tower. So if it does very well against the Inferno Tower, and it's the best spell for the Inferno Tower, then obviously you'd want it. But another thing to factor in here is that I picked a Log in Phoenix, and that looks like the start of an RG deck, so he might be thinking that I'm going to steal RG. So then I think he did that in order to prevent me from picking it. So if he did all of that, that's very, impressive picking. I don't know if he did do that for that reason, but that's what it looks like. I don't really see a world where it's not. So definitely, a good play by him, but I wasn't going to pick RG anyway because it's only level 8. I go for Fireball Tesla. I'm not too sure why I go Fireball instead of Poison. Maybe just... Oh, there's pigs available. Okay, that makes sense. If you look right now, there's, Ghost, Skarmy, Gang as, the only good counters to pigs. So I'd probably pick Fireball just in case he went pigs, and also, Fireball's a good, big spell. And I go Tesla here, and I go Tesla because I'm thinking he's building an RG deck, I assume. So if you're looking at the buildings, there's a level 3 Tombstone, which, it's good. Level 3 Bar Putt, even better. The bars will probably die 2 shots to a skeleton. And there's a level 10 Cannon, which, obviously, aside from joking, all joking aside, the Cannon would be an okay option, but my Tesla's 1 level higher, so definitely the better pick here. Lightning will get good value against it, unfortunately, but there's nothing I can really do. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so he picks Skeletons and Bar Barrel, and I'm assuming they're basically just for cycle, like Elixir Flow of the deck. Skeletons is obviously one of the best cycle cards in the game. Goblins are definitely better, but they're still good. And he picks Bar Barrel here. Probably just wants a little small spell. Don't really blame him. Bar Barrel is a good pick. I picked Log, so Bar Barrel's the next best thing. And pops out a little Barbarian. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but the Log's better. And I picked Ghost and Giant Skelly here. I picked Ghost for the reason I just mentioned. I want something for the Hogs in case he goes for them. At this point, I don't think he's going to go for Hogs, but just in case. And I picked Giant Skeleton just because I think I wanted a tank for the deck, Some decks don't need that, but there's some decks that do. And the deck I'm building towards, I think I want that. I feel like I was trying to go for Hogs, but I just don't end up going for them for some reason, which is pretty weird, considering he doesn't have anything good for them either. But yeah. And he goes for Prince Mega Minion. Not too sure why he goes Prince. Maybe he just wanted a heavy hitter or something for the Giant Skeleton. There's definitely some good stuff to counter it, and he can't counter all of it at this point, so there's not too much he can do about that, so the Prince is going to be pretty much useless. And he picks Mega Minion, probably just for my Phoenix. Maybe he thought I was going for Balloon, but definitely for my Phoenix. And Mega Minion's the next best thing after the Phoenix, obviously, because, the Phoenix is the Phoenix. The thing's been nerfed 6 or 7 times, and people still want it nerfed. We need to leave my man alone. He's fine. Anyway, sorry, I went on a bit of a rant there, but I really don't think the Phoenix needs to be nerfed, in my opinion. Okay, go back just a tiny little, right there. Okay, so I picked Skarmy and Barrel here. I picked Skarmy for the reason I just said about the Prince. I kind of need something for him or else I'm going to be screwed. He only has Bar Barrel, so he's not going to be able to kill a Skarmy easily if I don't just put it in front of the Prince like an idiot. If I put it in the middle low, there's nothing he can do about it, which is what I'm going to do most of the time. And I picked Barrel here. I'm not really too sure why. I could have went Hogs, but maybe I just thought something was going to happen with the Barrel, but He does have a bar barrel. My deck is going to be slightly cheaper than his, so I don't know. But he also has champion cycle, the 3-card cycle, which is pretty broken. But anyway, and then he ends up going for a ball, and I thanks Tesla for it. But it's just I don't know. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Sent out a Firecracker Love, which I didn't see because I have emotes turned off. Go for Phoenix in the back. He thinks it's pretty funny because it's level 9. He says, wow. I don't know if I mentioned it either, but Phoenix is also really good for the monk because he can't reflect it. Level 10 Giant Skelly. That's going to get another wow. He's probably just surprised I'm playing these card levels. Kind of forced to, though. Log back to the Prince stays a bit longer. Barrel, so he wastes his barrel, then I go scare me. Another wow coming out. Goes for a Mega Man. I'm going to have to go for a Phoenix again. So that's all for an Inferno Tower. I'm just going to Giant Skelly the back, I believe. Yep. And Inferno is going to slowly die. So it's not going to be able to kill my Giant Skeleton. I'm going to log it so that it dies, and so it doesn't just melt my Giant Skeleton to cheese. I'm going to go for a barrel here. It doesn't end up doing anything. That's fine. Scare me like this. No, he just wastes his barrel, so I don't need to be careful about it at all. Thinks the back for his Mega Minion. He goes Prince other lane. I'm going to go Giant Skeleton and throw another barrel again. Almost I'd cycled him, but just barely missed it. He defends fine. I'm going to Fireball his Mega Minion, because why not? He goes for his first Balloon Push. We go Phoenix and Tesla. He's going to take care of it. He Lightnings. I'm up for Elixir here, so definitely the time to set up in the back with Giant Skeleton. And he says he gives me a well played. So we Fireball that, and then I barrel so that the Inferno Tower can EPS my Giant Skelly. He's going to have to do something else. And this is where he loses the match. I think I paused to explain why I just explained right down there. Thank you, past me. Alright, so as you can see, there's a Giant Skeleton, a Phoenix Egg, and 2 Skeletons defending my Giant Skeleton, which no diss to Larry, but that ain't happening. And I have a Tesla for his Balloon. I'm fairly low. He definitely has a lot more elixir than me, but you're going to see that he overcommits. So watch this. Tesla zap. Ceases to exist. And then the Phoenix respawns and then locks right onto the tower. And yeah, as you can see, there's nothing he can do because if he goes Mega Minion, he can't defend this barrel, and the barrel is just going to win me the game. And if he goes barrel, he can't go Mega Minion right away, so guess what? The Phoenix is going to get a lot of damage. That's what ends up happening. Phoenix latches onto the tower like a kid on his first day of school, latching onto his mom. Pretty specific, don't ask. And then, and then I just start Fireball, so I literally go for a barrel, and that wins me the match. So yeah, that's how I got the Ultimate Champion on my alt account. Kind of surprised, honestly, considering my card levels are so terrible. I guess I'm just showing my replays, I'm not too sure why. When I initially finished, I did finish top 5,000 actually. So that was pretty cool. But yeah. I think I have it here. Yep. So when I finished, this is what I initially had. I was top 5,000. So that's actually pretty cool in my opinion. That I was able to get to this position with such bad leveled cards. So it just goes to show that anyone can do it as long as you're not a whole level 1 or something. But yeah, it is also early season, so it's not as impressive, but I'm still proud of it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this analysis. Gonna try to make some more videos because I don't just want to clog up this channel with only Mega Draft analyses. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't just want to clog my channel with a bunch of Mega Draft videos. So I'm gonna try and make some more stuff. The game's pretty stale right now, so it's gonna be a bit tough. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, see you next time.